Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Come Lurk. Rap on lead. Hey.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this one's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on 3rd down. Wilcox. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And spins away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Reynolds. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They go play action here on first down. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Reynolds. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Sly able to put this one through, and it's 3-0 Washington. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, first and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check, Panther.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Wilcox. This complete to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Wilcox. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Wilcox. That one complete to Elliott. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Wilcox. And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Wilcox. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington. Washington's 32-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second and 9 now. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Lurk! Lurk!
They go to Elliott again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Wilcox. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They're set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Let's go now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Reynolds. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
That one goes for 8 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reynolds.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Start. 18 level. 18 level. 40, 70. And hit. 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right?
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Byron Jones getting to him from the secondary.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Reynolds. Thomas brings it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reynolds. Oh, man, it's caught. inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, pass. 18, 5 minutes,
To throw on second down. Reynolds. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Reynolds. This one into the hands of Burton. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. It's to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
7
On 3rd and 2, Reynolds. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake. Reynolds. Eluding. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The take Lawrence with a sack. And a nice play there from the new pickup. Signed just this past week to help fortify this defense.
He truly is the definition of an impact player. Surprise, surprise that it took this long for someone to pick him up.
19 right. 18 17.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down.
In motion left goes Jones. On 3rd and 2, Wilcox. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Okay, ready?
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reynolds. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
Well, it's a
couple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On first and 10, it's Gibson.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Looking to throw on second down. Reynolds.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. Operating from the gun, Reynolds. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Just to break our fourth quarter tie.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll be out right at the 35. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Operating from the gun, Wilcox. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
52 blaster.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
18 Rebel.
Operating from the gun, Wilcox. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Wilcox. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to let the play call, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll work down inside the 45. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Cut back team, 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Wilcox. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Check.
The give is to Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 11.
Trap 50.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
19 tight. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 Pioneer.
2nd and 11. And he whips that one incomplete there.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
7 Pirates. 60 Maverick. 19 Lions.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The defenders take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he's got room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Come on.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts,
as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
19, Tigers, 19, Tigers. 19, 18.
A handoff left to Elliott. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Pardon me, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. We know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. How many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Detroit, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.
line.